Hi everyone, I'm Bill Fishbein from the Coffee Trust, a nonprofit that works with fair trade organic coffee producers in San Gaspar, Chapu, and El Quiché, Guatemala. It's National Coffee Day on Sunday, September 29th, and I'm here with Thomas Isole of the Trifecta Coffee Company. In fact, we're broadcasting from Trifecta Coffee Company. Thomas, why don't you come over and join us? Okay, Thomas is not only the owner and master roaster at Trifecta Coffee Company. Thomas is the mastermind behind Coffee Trust's high-tech broadcasting equipment. Thomas volunteers his time to drag the Coffee Trust into the 21st century, a century that has completely baffled me. Whatever you are watching on social media right now, it's Thomas Isole at work. Anyway, thank you, Thomas, and thanks for joining us on National Coffee Day.
Thanks for coming out to Trifecta. Thank you very much.
That's great. Well, Thomas has a really interesting story to tell about how he found his way to roasting coffee. Because Thomas started in the high-tech. He was like at the top of the high-tech world, and now he's roasting coffee. How'd you get in?
It's all your brother's fault.
No kidding.
Yeah, it is. I used to go out to Providence, Rhode Island when I lived out in Massachusetts, and that was the first bag of coffee that I bought that was whole bean, that wasn't in a can. And it was an amazing experience. So I was like, I want to do that someday. And when you're in software, we used to work on projects that basically you would work on software that never even made it to ever into production. It might be sitting on a shelf for a couple of years until it finally got used. So we didn't even get to see products that we made. So when you're able to actually, have a coffee shop, working with Lee and Melissa, our baker, and being able to make things every day, it's a really satisfying experience.
Wow, that's good. Well, welcome to the coffee industry, even though you've been in it for quite some time already. Well, since leaving the high-tech world and earning your income through coffee, what experiences have you had that have made you appreciate the move?
I really enjoy working for myself. I think that's a big one. I don't have very long meetings with our staff or with myself. I can have a 30-second meeting in the shower, think about what I'm going to do, and then I agree to it because it's my idea, right?
That's good.
I really enjoy working with our staff. We have just the most amazing staff of people. They really care about what they're doing, and they're so diligent about what they do. So it's a pleasure just being able to lead them to, following their passion and then helping me follow mine. And then to be able to roast coffee and have this thing in the back just emanating just amazing aromas every day. And then getting the cup, it's like, how can you go wrong?
That's great. So let me ask you, have you ever had any second thoughts or disappointments since you've made the move?
There's been challenges. It has not been an easy path. I didn't officially get to even be on payroll until last year. And that was after doing this for about 9 years. I've been in it like almost 11 now. So this is the second year I'm actually getting an official paycheck. So that's a big, that was a tough process. But
You'll have to show me how to do that one day.
Yeah. But it's. Lee and I together, we do so much to try to reinvest back into the business, and we are just constantly putting the customer first, making sure that we get them the best product, get them the best customer service. And then, we were so focused on that for so many years, and so when I got to meet you a few years ago, all of a sudden you brought this awareness of, well, there's coffee farmers out there, and they have needs too. And so it's kind of nice that we're able to give back what we can to help the Coffee Trust do the work that you guys do, and just be a participant in that effort.
Well, more than a participant, a real strong supporter, strong volunteer, a very generous contributor, and you've actually traveled to origin with us.
Yeah, we got to go last year to Guatemala. I wish we could go again. It's just been hectic, but definitely want to go back to Guatemala for certain. And we're just doing an interview with Dave Merriman up in Java, Java Joe's in Santa Fe, and that was one of his dreams too, is to be able to travel to more of these countries of origin, be able to see, see the culture and to see the environment, just to see what these families are doing. It's a great experience.
You have an open invitation. So, in the meantime, where do you think Trifecta is going to go from here? What do you think the future of coffee is for Trifecta, and maybe for your customers as going into the next generation?
Well, we're in a process of expanding, and we'll be making an announcement pretty soon on how that'll be unfolding. But we've got a really great situation unfolding, and once we do open another location, I think it's going to be important that what we've been doing here in Albuquerque in letting our customers experience single origin coffees, single estate coffees, some of these amazing cooperatives. The Chalenze coffee is amazing. We are paying a lot more attention into being able to share those stories from those origins, and we want to make sure that the coffees that we carry are getting way above fair trade in their pricing. We want to make sure that the farmer is not being penalized because of the commodities market being as low as it is. We did an interview also with Dean Sycon today, and what did he say? Today the price was at 97 cents a pound.
95 yesterday.
95 for the C future, and so it's just a ridiculous. I'm not a financial person, but these systems that are in place are a little upside down, and I think the farmer has to be. Without the farmer, we don't have coffee, and so I think our future is to continually open our eyes and be way more aware of what's involved in producing coffee, and making sure that these various farms, maybe even just beyond Guatemala, but in a lot of other regions, that we're working with coffee brokers, and we're working with individuals that, cooperative coffees as an example, where they really vet the process and they make sure that the price is being flowed through to the farmer. And so we don't want to let up on that. I feel I'm a novice being in this industry for 11 years. It's just now able to get my head out of the sand and be able to not just think about our needs, but think about the needs of the farmer.
What is Trifecta Coffee Company doing to celebrate National Coffee Day?
So we're gonna have a couple of different things going on. We've got all these interviews. Some are being pre-recorded as well. We may even throw up a few from last year. But we're going to have at our shop those interviews running in the background. Our theme is Connect Over Coffee, right? It's kind of the social media hashtag is Connect Over Coffee. So we just want to be able to, have a lot of those conversations just out in our shop. And then John is one of our lead baristas, and he is going to be doing a cupping. So we're going to start having some tickets available. Basically starting right now in the shop, and we're donating all the proceeds to the Coffee Trust. But we're going to do a pairing of the Chalenze coffee, and then he discovered that there's I believe he said a pumpkin seed and various spices from Guatemala that he's going to do a roasted pumpkin seed and do a little pairing with that. John's he really enjoys just doing all that sort of pairing, and we're also going to introduce some cacao, which I think we should share as well. We've been carrying the cocoa miel chocolate, which comes straight from Guatemala, and cocoa miel is. Why don't you share a little bit about that?
Well, Cocoa Miel is a company that is importing products from Guatemala. And the net profits from the sale of all Cocoa Miel products will be supporting the Coffee Trust. So that's going to be available.
So we're going to have the pairing with some of the chocolate, and then we're going to have a special menu that day as well. And again, all the proceeds from the menu are going to go to the Coffee Trust. And we're going to, during we'll keep it at a cupping of around 20-25 minutes, and just get a chance to continually share the work that the Coffee Trust is doing. and let the customers know there's a lot more going on in the way. There's more projects that you've been working on, so we just want to invite people to come out. And it's National Coffee Days on Sunday, so we're gonna just basically see National Coffee Weekend, and so Saturday and Sunday we're gonna have sessions at 10 and 2 both days, and we'll have tickets available for pre-sale, as well as if you just come in, you want to buy, we'll go ahead and do that.
Very cool, very cool. I wish I was going to be in town. I won't be around that weekend. But in any case, you've come a long way in 11 years. And it's still, if you were to dream big and stretch yourself, considering you've already stretched yourself out of the Thai tech industry into a whole other industry, but if you were going to stretch yourself even further, what would you still like to accomplish?
I think just continually doing what we do, just be more aware, continually learn about, there's so many people I haven't met in this industry, and there's so many projects that are going on that I think, it'd be great for us to be able to also do some things maybe that benefit things locally, where, the community that we live in, and maybe be able to just use the coffee shop as that platform to continually try to do different types of fundraisers, different kinds of things that help our own local people here in Albuquerque or wherever we decide to open.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being in charge of all of our tech social media stuff.
So I'm going to let you wrap up while I go back to the tech.
Okay, that's great.
Get ready to hit pause.
That's great. And because Thomas is actually the backbone of the 21st century for the Coffee Trust. And thank you all for watching and for joining us on social media. If you would like to join Thomas in supporting the Coffee Trust, feel free to go to www.thecoffeetrust.org. We accept any size contributions, and we appreciate each and every one of them. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you on National Coffee Day. Thank you very much.